Once you've created a Zoho Creator account and you logged in, you should see an interface similar to mine. Now, it may not be totally clear where to create a form from here, and that's because Zoho does a lot more than just add forms. I mean, one of the other things it does that I use it for is a wiki, amongst other things, like I said, but we'll be able to create a form no problem through them. So when you're staring at this page over here, start with the Create Application button. And we're going to look for a name for our application. We want to do something better than just form. I'm doing mine for my, I guess, aquarium page. So I'm going to go aquarium project. Now, that's the name. And let's see. No, aquarium contact. And I'll say for the application name, whatever you want to do, name it. Aquarium contact us. It seems a little bit redundant here, but aquarium contact us. The reason why it has this name of application name, it's because it'll allow you to do more than just make a form and have it go through. You could do stuff like pump it into a database or send it elsewhere. You could do all sorts of stuff. So that's just why it has those two different names for it. Contact, not use, contact us. Okay, so we see down here we got form templates. So we have a bunch of different options already on what we could choose. All these look, I'm sure they're great, but I'm going to create a blank one because mine's just going to be literally a contact form. So I'm just going to put stuff like, honestly, I just want to get this thing to work before I go messing around. I'm just going to have the name, email address, and comments. That's all I plan to do. So here we go. Here is the guy right here. This is what we're going to use to build our form. On the left are all the different types of elements we could look for in there. And over here is our actual form. So let's see, what are we going to actually ask for? Well, I'm going to ask for someone's name, and I'll say name. Once I click under options over here, here's where I'm going to get some more, as you probably guessed, options. What I want to do is that their name is going to be required, so I'm going to click this is a required field. Permission, hide this field from others. I don't need to mess with anything else. Maximum characters, hopefully nobody has a name longer than 255 characters. Initial value, that's, I don't know. I'm kind of leery to put anything in here because you could put something like first name, last name, something like that to tell people how you want them to fill it out. But what may happen is that if they don't fill it out, that's what they're going to end up submitting into your form because it's going to be pre-filled out form. So I would leave the initial value blank. And the tooltip, this is where you could actually say something useful. Please provide us with your name. And the tooltip means this is what's going to appear when the user actually hovers over that field. So once they put their cursor in there, you see actually it's kind of working there now anyway. Please provide us with your name. Okay. Actually I could do something a little bit better with this too. I go first and last name. Maybe something like that if that's what I'm looking for. I'm not in love with that either. Okay, hang on. You're watching me be wishy-washy or finicky or whatever. But no, I'm just going to keep it name. I'm going to keep the next field email address. Now, you see that email could just as easily look the same as the name, but this is going to validate it as being an email address. So they actually have to put something at something.com.net, whatever the extension is. So email address. I'll go, please. They'll know. They'll know what email address. So maybe I'll do something better like we promise not to spam you. Check out our privacy policy for more information. I guess that means I have to actually put together a privacy policy too for the site. We'll want that to be a required field. Okay, and then we're done. And finally, let's put a multi-line editor over here. Now we have a multi-line editor or we have a rich text editor. That's interesting. I don't know. Do we want them to have a rich text editor? There's kind of like, you see, like, you may think, of course we want them to have a rich text editor. Why wouldn't we want them to have one? Well, just more crap to put on your website and all that. That could be unnecessary. I mean, if they're sending you a message, do they need a rich text editor, or can they just get away with plain text? As far as I'm concerned, I think they could just get away with plain text, so that's all I'm going to give them. Comments and feedback. That's a bit long now compared to my other stuff. Comments is fine. This field, no, we won't make it required. We'll just say Dunzo, and then down at the bottom, why don't we put a checkbox? Let's see where we have a checkbox. It says radio. I think multi-select is my checkbox. And I'm only going to put down one option. The name is going to be newsletter. And then I'll put yes. Please sign me up for your weekly newsletter. Okay, that looks good to me. Let me see what options I have. We won't make this. No, we can't make this required, because if they don't click on the box and they're not signing up. But, you know, I was thinking maybe we could make the initial value be, I guess we can't do that. Let's see what happens when we do this. No, that's definitely not it. That's not what I was going for. I want to make just a box. I should have probably, as you could tell, oh, here we go, decision box. Duh. This is the first time I'm actually doing this for the video, so bear with me. Label name, maybe we'll leave, that's what it was. I left the label name empty. Now, maybe the label name is yes. Please sign me up for your weekly newsletter. We do not spam you, or we will not. We will not spam you. Maybe the initial state is checked. Let's see. I'm back. You know what? No, I don't want to leave the initial. You know what? You've seen people do that before, to have the checkbox checked by default. That's a little. I think that's a little kind of underhanded, and that's kind of, with all the spam going on in the world today, I think that's the feeling is kind of the popular thing nowadays. So, let's see. I mean, this is what it looks like. It looks like got name, email, comments, and this thing about our newsletter. Okay, so far, so good.